Hey guys, in this video I want to share a relaxation technique that I call anxiety surfing that's going to enable you to relax when you feel anxiety at any time and anywhere. Let's go. What's up guys, this is Stefan Gonville with freedomacademyhq.com, which is a website where I help people overcome their shyness and their social anxiety. So if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So today I want to talk about something I call anxiety surfing. So have you ever found yourself going on the internet and trying to search for something as simple as how to relax, and then being bombarded with 3 million different types of techniques? You got prescription medication, the next one is maybe herbal teas, then you have EFT tapping techniques, then you have CBT techniques, then you have herbal teas. There's just so many techniques out there. And what I ended up doing in my past was, like, when I looked at that page and there was just a bunch of different techniques, I had no idea which one was the best. And what ended up happening is I had like an information overload and I ended up choosing nothing. But I'm gonna make the case to why I think anxiety surfing and muscle relaxation is one of the best ways that you can relax. This is something that you can use anywhere at any time, and it's a skill. It's something that you can improve for the rest of your days. It's something that you can learn and do in front of people. You can do it while you're sitting in a chair. You can do it while you're talking even. So what the heck is anxiety surfing? Well, anxiety surfing is just a term that I coined, which I borrowed from a mindfulness technique called muscle relaxation, which is essentially riding the wave of negative emotions that are created by your anxiety. And what this enables you to do is to transform your relationship with anxiety, because it's, in my view, that's the best thing that we can do, okay? Because don't listen to anybody that tells you that you can completely get rid of anxiety for the rest of your days. That's a fallacy. Anybody that tells you that either are trying to sell you something or they don't know what they're talking about. So in order to do anxiety surfing, what you need to do is start looking at your emotions as waves, okay? Because emotions always come as waves. You get a beginning, you get a peak, and then it ends. And there's a lot of research that has been done that shows and proves that emotions typically last no longer than 90 seconds. This means that on any given situations that you find yourself in, your anxiety is probably not going to last more than a minute and a half. It only lasts a minute and a half if you don't interfere with it. And this interference, you trying to stop your anxiety or running away from it, is the main reason why anxiety disorders happen. These are called control behaviors or avoidance strategies, and they are the root cause of why your anxiety can go out of control. So anxiety surfing essentially flips avoidance strategies on their head, where instead of trying to run away from your anxiety, anxiety surfing says that you go inside the emotion and that you live there and let it live within you. You let the wave of anxiety pass over you until it's gone. So there's essentially 4 steps in order to be able to do anxiety surfing. The first step is to catch yourself feeling anxiety. So this might seem like a trivial step, but it's actually one of the most important ones, because when you notice yourself feeling anxiety, it can be seen as an alarm that's going to enable you to get into the habit of doing the rest of the steps, of the rest of the 3 other steps. So step 1 is to catch yourself feeling anxiety. Step 2 is to take a deep breath, okay? Just take one deep and slow breath. So whenever you catch yourself feeling anxiety, this is what I do. I take one deep breath. And this also, it's really important that you do this one deep breath, because this gives you momentum to then practice the other actions that you're taking. Because instead of being pummeled by your anxiety, like what you usually do, you let your anxiety take over. Now we're going to be taking proactive action to relax. Step number 3 is to go inside of your anxiety. So what this essentially means is that instead of trying to get rid of the feeling, you want to go and live inside of you. You want to let it live inside of you. You want to become okay with having the feeling. And the way to do that is to actually continue doing deep breaths, but try and breathe in to the anxiety. So typically for most people, this anxiety is going to live in either of four places, either your head, your neck, your chest, or your stomach area. For me personally, my anxiety is always around here. I can feel it very much around here. So what I essentially do on step 3 is that I breathe into the anxiety, is I ask myself the question, where is the anxiety the strongest? And I breathe into it, and I try to lift the volume on the anxiety. And this is flipping normal avoidance behaviors, which is what we would do usually, try to get rid of the anxiety, and you're flipping it on its head, because what you're essentially doing is, instead of trying to run away from it, you turn towards the anxiety and you face it. What this essentially does is that it transforms your relationship with anxiety from crippling anxiety, which is what we used to do before, where the anxiety takes over us, to vital anxiety, where now we are able to feel anxiety, but we feel it at a much more gentle place. Anxiety feels much less intense. So the best way to go into your anxiety is that as you inhale, you want to actually inhale into where the anxiety is the strongest. Ask yourself, what does my anxiety feel like? Where is it the strongest? And as you do that, try to raise the knob on your anxiety. Try to amplify the feeling of it. This is going to enable it to rid itself from your body much more quickly. And on the exhale, what you want to do, this is where the muscle relaxation part comes in. On the exhale, you want to let all the muscle tension that is created by the anxiety, where the anxiety is, like around this area for me, and you want to relax all those muscles. You want to just let them become kind of limp. And a good way to do that is to imagine your muscles getting heavier. And as you do that, you'll feel a big sense of relaxation take you over. And that is how anxiety surfing is done. So the step number 4 for anxiety surfing is to actually repeat this process, because oftentimes you're gonna fall off the wagon, and a lot of times when you're first starting to learn this skill, you're gonna let your anxiety take you over on numerous occasions. But the more you practice this, the more you're gonna become able to make anxiety surfing last longer and longer. So every time you fall off the wagon and your anxiety takes over again, and you get distracted by something, all you have to do is repeat from step 1. Just catch yourself feeling anxiety, and then practice step 2. Just take a deep breath, and then practice step 3 over again. And this is a skill that can be improved. At this point, I have a very different relationship with anxiety. So I think you can do the same. So guys, don't forget to subscribe. I hope you like this video. I hope it helps you. Let me know if I can help you in any way that I can. Okay? See you next time.